This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. We'll see the Houston Rockets and the Philadelphia 76ers. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we know James Harden hits that step-back three a lot, and Mike D'Antoni says most coaches would think, okay, he had a tough shot, live with it. That's some hard living. But it's one of the most lethal shots in the game. Kevin?
Yeah, with that pump fake, he can get to the free throw line too, DA. There's just no answer. Well, we have two loaded backcourts here tonight, Clark. It should be a very intriguing matchup.
You know, Kevin, in years past, it used to be the small forwards were your dominant scorers in the league, and that's still pretty prevalent. But in this day and age, well, I tell you, the point guard play, not only are those point guards able to assist and set people up and lead their teams, but a lot of them are high-octane scorers as well. A lot of fun to watch.
There's a lot of things happen on both ends of the floor.
No doubt.
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Melo and Tucker are the forwards. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Harden against Redick. Outside, Simmons. Over Paul. Shot's good by Simmons. Simmons got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the 76ers. Paul against Simmons. Paul kicks to Capella. Anthony down low. 5 to shoot. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Anthony against Covington. Pass to Redick. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Simmons, and he makes that one. Simmons got his second basket of the night.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Here's Anthony, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Like that execution, Kevin. A successful possession leading to a high percentage basket.
Well, most figured Melo would go to the Rockets after the buyout trade to Atlanta last summer. He's playing for a coach he used to butt heads with in New York with Mike D'Antoni. Melo has some proving to do this year, whether he wants to acknowledge it or not.
Now here's Covington. Short, that's good.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Harden kicks to Anthony, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The pass to Harden. There's a good screen. Anthony against Covington. Tries it from 9. Nice touch on the bank shot. Anthony's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
No good from Simmons.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Here's Redick. James Harden picking up that last basket. Simmons on the wing. Defended by Paul. Paul against Simmons. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Johnson, he's checked in for Embiid. Chandler comes in for Robert Covington. Markelle Fultz has checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Saric. The Rockets also changing it up. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. James Ennis comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside Anthony. And Simmons with the rebound.
Great look, but he couldn't finish everything but is how we say that. Surprising since the defense was very pedestrian.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what we want to see out of him.
The shot's good from Paul.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, and I think all credit goes to that being just good offense. I mean, those are the kind of shots they want, and they got them.
Fultz, no good. For Houston, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Anthony. He kicks it to Ennis. And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Gordon. Poked away. Here's Anthony. No good on the buzzer beater. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. 76ers lead by 2. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously, I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
So on the floor for Houston, they've got Gordon. Ennis out there with Anthony. Then there's Nene. And it's Knight in at the 1. And the regular season officially begins. Most rookies around the league, Clark, will have their eyes wide open. I mean, wow, what an eye-opening experience to play with this speed, this talent. How nervous were you going back to that time in your life? How nervous were you on opening night?
Very nervous, really excited, but there were some butterflies that I had to work really hard at trying to get them to fly in formation because they were all over the place, Kevin. But ultimately, once you get out there and you break that first sweat or you get that first hit or bucket, then it simply becomes basketball. But prior to that, pregame meal, your nap before the game, butterflies are doing their own thing.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
McConnell passes to Simmons. Johnson with a screen on Anthony. And that one goes long.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Johnson sets the screen for Simmons. Misses off the right eye. And here are the Rockets. They've got an 8-0 run. Unloads. And it's Houston with another.
And what a smooth release on that shot. Melo is money in the bank from there.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. As many expected him to, Carmelo Anthony choosing to opt into his contract, but his stay in Oklahoma City still came to an end.
You know, it was pretty clear that Melo and the team just didn't mesh. OKC made the choice to let him go and save on the luxury tax. Melo might not be worth max money anymore, but he could still be a factor with this team.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Sharch comes in for Ben Simmons. Robert Covington's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. P.J. Tucker comes in for Anthony. Green, he's checked in for James Ennis. And it's James Harden in for Gordon. And with as much news and worry that Fultz's jump shot has caused, you forget just how deadly he is going at the rim.
Yeah, has no problem cutting through the defense like a hot knife through butter. I tell you, Ben Simmons said he hates guarding Fultz in practice as it is impossible to stay in front of him. Just a very shifty player who uses his great handles to get into the teeth of the defense.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. And the story with Markelle Fultz last season was one of health and getting his shot right.
Yeah, he suffered a shoulder injury, Kevin, that really impacted his ability to shoot the ball. He tried to play through it, but eventually had to be shut down. And, you know, it's hard to miss that type of time as a rookie. Not only games, but the few practices you get during the season as well. So he's going to have to restart in year 2.
And you look at James Harden, Coach Mike D'Antoni, and the Rocket front office. It really does seem like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I think the alignment of the front office and coaching staff really in harmony. And a star in Harden who's the best in the world at delivering in that system. Chris Paul part of the mix too. That's a pretty good fit, it looks like to me.
Clock at 4. Capella kicks it to Tucker. There's the 3.
Such a smart defender. Saric plays with intensity and passion on this end of the floor.
Up top, Covington. Left side, Saric. 1:09 left to play here in the second quarter. Fultz the pass to Redick. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Harden has a wide-open look, and he gets it to go from the corner. And the Rockets lead by 7. For Philadelphia, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Embiid dishes to Redick. They set the pick. Saric just screen on Harden. Redick against Green. Redick with the bucket.
Even with the man all in his jersey, Redick has the skill and concentration to make you pay on those jump shots. It's real simple for him.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Bangs home the trifecta. Paul's got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now Fultz. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Capella. No good on his first attempt of the game.
Cannot give him that much room from mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Rockets on top as they end the second quarter on a 15-3 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
You just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been poor.
Brett, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. Defensively and offensively, they improved quite a bit in the second quarter, and they've got a nice 8-point halftime lead to show for it. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
The beautiful skyline of downtown Philadelphia, all lit up, dressed up, and ready to go. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Obviously, the game is played with a more wide-open style now, Clark. Name a few old-school bigs who continue to make an impact.
Well, I like what Andre Drummond does. The big fella's a glass-eating machine. Still needs to refine his moves and shooting touch, but his athleticism and rebounding off the charts. Blake Griffin stands out as well. Highly skilled, very, very athletic. Steven Adams, obviously a big guy who plays an old school game, rim protector, finisher, good hands, great strength. Dwight Howard, you know, he's on the backside of his career, but you think about what he was able to do in his prime as a shot blocker, rebounder, finisher. He's got some old school qualities as well.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Saric is the 4 with Embiid in the middle. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. And he knocks down the first one.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
And he can't hit the second. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size. And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Rockets leading by 9. Harden outside, off the screen. And it's rebounded by Covington.
They're in a hurry. I think, Kevin, they're rushing things a little bit to begin the half. Nothing pretty about this 1-for-4 start.
And Redick kicks to Simmons. Over Paul. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist from Redick. Simmons got 8.
Well, you've got to like the sight of Simmons knocking down the jump shot. Unless you're the other team, of course. Then you know you're in trouble when he's making jumpers.
Now here's Harden. 6 points for him. Screen by Capella. 6 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. From deep, Harden. Another miss by Houston.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the Sixers' strength, Clark, on the offensive end is how many ways they can attack a team.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Deadly in transition because of Simmons' size, speed, and passing ability. And if they don't have something in the initial thrust, Embiid, always an option to go to in the low post. They shoot it well from multiple positions. They've got a lot to like offensively.
Now here's Redick. Harden missing his last shot. Embiid touched the pick for Redick. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons.
Last season, he played outstanding.
5th in assists, 8th in steals, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace. He was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. Capella with it, now defended by Embiid. Capella kicks to Harden. From past the arc, cranes the three-pointer. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Passes it to Reddick. Embiid with the screen on Harden. Embiid wide open. Again, Philadelphia.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Paul outside. Got a piece of it. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Covington passes to Šarić. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now just a 4-point Rocket lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Harden, that's good.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. A good look from Embiid, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Screen by Capella. To the paint. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Houston on top, up by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. Gordon is at the 2 with Green playing the 3. P.J. Tucker is out there with Nene, and it's Knight in at the 1 spot. And there's the call on Nene. That is his first foul of the game. The turnaround. Here's Embiid. Lays it up and banks it in. Embiid's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the 76ers. Knight kicks to Nene. Now here's Knight. He's covered by McConnell. The shot by Knight, no good. The 76ers trail. Knocked away. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And Green slams it in.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
Now here's Embiid. Johnson the screen. And here's Fultz. And the shot goes in.
Fultz so good, Kevin, at utilizing the screen and roll. I mean, he knows how to get a little separation, and when he does, he's a scoring threat.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Robert Covington's checked in for Johnson. The Rockets also changing it up. Clint Capella comes in for Nene. And it's Ennis in for Knight. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He told his team to keep looking for those perimeter shots. He said their defense is not respecting us, so let's keep shooting until they come out on us. Guys,
Here's McConnell. After the Rockets pick up 3. Kicks it to Fultz. Embiid the screen. The baseline J. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Tell you what, when Joel Embiid is healthy, this dude is a super effective player. A polished big man with an arsenal of post moves and shots. He's a handful down there.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Gordon kicks to Green. Back to Gordon. Screen by Capella. Lock at 6. The feed to Gordon. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. J.J. Redick's checked in for Philadelphia. Chris Paul's checked in for the Rockets. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Fultz kicks to Embiid. Poke loose. Left side Gordon. Wasted no time on that one. And the Rockets lead by 6.
And Gordon's so efficient as a scorer, especially from the mid-range where he's almost automatic.
Embiid, no good.
Boy, incredible effort on defense, refusing to give him an uncontested layup. Nothing easy.
And it's Gordon missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Covington passes to Chandler. Fultz kicks to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. Here's Fultz. It's rebounded by Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Outside Gordon. 1:03 left to play here in the fourth. Yep, it counts. And now it's an 8-point Houston lead.
Nice to see Gordon use his touchdown low. I mean, not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the bucket.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 8. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Chris Paul.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
And you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
Here's Simmons, screened by Saric. The high post shot, rebounded by Capella. Houston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. So it's the Rockets now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Charge trying to break free, and Embiid gets it to go.
Yeah, Embiid plays with really good effort, and he plays with an effervescence that's contagious, and it's really endearing for a guy of his size.
Here's Harden. Out to Anthony. Five on the clock. Tries again, and he drops that one in. Anthony's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, is going to be rather flat.
So we see Houston taking the W here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Carmelo, what did you like best about the win tonight?
We just played hard. We came out here ready to play. We jumped out there quick on the defensive end, and offensively we got it going again. And it was a great team win today, though.
Everybody contributing. Carmelo, thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much.